Hey, this is Charlie Saladino from Kate Fox Show, and I'm here with the lovely Laura Cerrano, and she is, your deal is Feng Shui, New York, right? Which is amazing. You have to look into that. But what we're here talking about now is Feng Shui has something to do with the elements that's all around us, and it's so very important that we don't in this world destroy these elements. And I'm just going to have Laura explain a little about how important the elements are within Feng Shui. All right, Laura, let us know.
All right, so this topic can veer and segue into so many discussions, but in the short of it, yeah, we do embrace the practice of adopting the 5 elements. So we have wood, earth, water, fire, metal. All the elements will correspond to a particular characteristic within the environment itself, outside of the home, then within the home, and then within ourselves. So they're vital to harmonizing the energy.
Now, this is such an ancient way of life between Native Americans, the Wiccans, the Asians, and it is so simple, and yet we find a way to screw it up and destroy it. How do you see, if this planet doesn't take care of their elements, we're doomed for extinction. So what can people do to just find out the information where they could worship the elements a little more?
I don't know if I'd use the word worship.
Oh, I worship them.
But definitely, there are different ways to, I guess, to interact with them, to coexist. Because as mentioned from a Feng Shui perspective, yes, we encourage nurturing the environment, exterior, internally, all that good stuff. But in terms of Feng Shui, we're looking to, again, bring the outside in, as they say, bring in the elements, and then say, based on this society, this culture, wherever you are, how can we represent them literally or through symbolism, maybe even through storytelling within the space, because the more we become familiar with the importance of each element and how they, again, relate to the environments as just mentioned, it becomes easier to be more mindful and aware of how we're integrating, you know, basically how we, again, coexist. I can't keep reusing or making up words, you know, but it's vitally important because they're telling us a story of the origins of time, if we're getting super poetic with it, to what they can teach us about ourselves, about others. So that, you know, that's what I got right now.
and how do you find people that you encounter? How open are they to Feng Shui?
More and more people are becoming open to this practice, and sometimes, actually, I've been getting a lot of calls, surprisingly, from gentlemen, because usually it's the females who will call, you know, say, hey, I want to introduce this to my family or just for myself. And now I'm finding the male mindset is becoming more open and receptive to this practice, because it's not a fad or a trend or whatever. It's a lifestyle, and they're like, hey, I can see this can be beneficial in a practical way, in a spiritual way, emotional, so on and so forth. Yeah.
A comedian, Rita Rutner, once said that men, especially bachelors, are bears with furniture. So obviously, I think that may be the reason they're trying to better their environment and have a more aesthetically pleasing, you know, layer, if you will.
Yeah, it can be on surface level, which is great. It could be a lot of the gentlemen who are reaching out. It's fascinating. They're tapping more into the internal discussion. They're saying, hey, these are my goals, these are my intentions, these are my dreams even. This is what I'm aiming for. And then if we're going to corporate America, most of it for right now seems to be more, we'll say, more tangible, saying, you know, listen, we just want the bottom line, which is fine. If that's your intention of use, then so be it. So
I would say one of one of the reasons for the popularity of Feng Shui is the stress that's put on everybody in this world today.
Yeah.
And I think they're just searching for something, to put them at peace.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, the thought that just popped in is, right, we have the word stress. We're all feeling it. And then if we go back to the conversation of the 5 elements and just Mother Earth, Gaia herself, and on also the heavenly energies, if you will, we're putting so much stress on her, which unfortunately, because nothing is separate, we're feeling that as well. So if you want to go into the woo-woo discussion, bits and pieces of us are from her and then gifted back to us and vice versa. So whatever we do, we're going to feel that ripple effect. What I've heard from my other teachers and mentors, what they say is that for her, again referring to Mother Earth, she's in the process of regenerating and descending, and so are the animals. And those who choose to work on themselves, Feng Shui can be one of many healing modalities to assist on that process. They won't be as stressed. You'll learn how to release that, let it go. A lot of ins and outs in this conversation, but just kind of showing how these worlds can bridge together.
Now I want to touch on your other endeavors, Reiki and healing.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 things I believe in, and I want you to go with that.
Okay.
Tell them.
So I'm giving you Reiki.
Yeah, tell them. Reiki away.
Yeah,
tell
Reiki
them.
away. So so I've been practicing Reiki for about 2 to 3 years, give or take. And now I'm in the process of studying the Reiki Master Program. It's very exciting. And I have been implementing and integrating the practice of Reiki into the practice of Feng Shui. They're all going to overlap each other and complement one another. And so, we'll utilize Reiki just with talking, interviewing clients, when doing space clearings. So there are a lot of different avenues in how it can be shared.
And tell people who don't know in Kate Fox world what Reiki is, actually.
So Reiki, from my experience and understanding, is you're allowing yourself to become a channel and become that messenger, and whatever the intention of the receiver, such as yourself, is for healing. It can be emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. The job of us is simply just to allow that energy to transfer through, and whatever happens, whatever you're meant to receive, you will. Well, at the same time, as a bonus, we get healing too. So everybody wins.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a good deal. So I want you, once you get all your social media out so people could see you, learn about you, and you can help them.
Yeah, the easiest way, as mentioned before, is just go to the website. So fengshuimanhattan.com for those who need to spell it. FENGSHUI, the word Manhattan.com, and all the social media links will be there.
And all my friends from Brooklyn, that's not Feng Shui, okay? It's Feng Shui, all right? So get that straight. Oh my God, Laura, thank you so much for doing this.
Yes, thank you.
And success, much success.
Thank you so much.
This is Charlie Saladino for the Kate Fox Show. Back to you, Kate.